scenario that we are in, right? Like buying behavior has gone down, right? And if you're an MSME, and let's say you're already on the digital space, okay, now if you haven't been there, then it obviously makes sense to, okay, now let's go digital, yada yada yada. But let's say you're already there, but then your products have lost sheen, or like probably people look at your product as a want and not as a need, so they are like delaying the purchase. So for someone like that, uh, like what are 2 3 things that they can do digitally to, I don't know, bring back the confidence in the customer to come back and buy their product?
So, I mean, so MSME is a broad term. It really comes down to what the product is. What, I mean, if it's a commodity, if it's very run of the mill.
Uh,
And I'm coming back to smaller brands who built themselves. I mean,
right,
but these are the guys who did receive funding. So of course, money is important for everything. But so Epigamia is a great example.
right,
So Epigamia is a dairy product. There was Amul. They had to compete with everybody,
right,
but they found their niche. They found their niche as a protein snack, and they differentiated themselves from a dahi that Amul and whoever else was selling, right? And then once they did that, there are so many avenues now that you can build your brand in. Raw presseries and other. So
mm,
I think it's about finding that niche which makes, and maybe it's a small set of consumers who value you and need you rather than just want you. That I think that's where it begins. It all comes down to the product at the end of the day, because consumers are way smarter than us, right? And no amount of marketing is going to make them buy a terrible product. So
mm,
it just comes down to the fundamentals of marketing. That is your product meeting an unmet need,
right,
right? Is it solving a consumer problem that they have or they don't even know that they have?
mm.
So that those are a couple of things that are to be watched out for. I know it sounds very,
Broad. I mean, it's a broad question again, like,
if you throw money at things, of course the problem goes away. But in in opportunities, in cases where you don't have the money, these kind of
mm,
fundamentals definitely stick with you. To as you grow faster. And there are multiple brands who are doing it right now. I mean, Purple is a great example. So Nika is great; it's received all the funding in life,
yeah,
but Purple's really built a base of mass consumers.
great.
Uh, so I think it's about finding that niche, acquiring a small set of consumers and keeping them with you, and then that word of mouth sort of catches up.